This song I wrote I had a really bizarre situation, which is that I was writing a song about a friend of mine who died. And he died, I was going to Australia on tour, and he got really sick, he had the flu, and he had it for a couple of weeks, and we were all, you know, weirded out that it was hanging on, and he was in New York City, and I flew to Melbourne to start this tour with a band called Weddings, Parties, Anything. I don't know if you know those guys. Australia's, they're just monsters anyway. And I was a huge fan of theirs, and I was going to open this giant reunion tour of theirs, which I was so excited about. And so my friend Greg went into the hospital, and I went on the plane and went to Melbourne. And then I was getting these reports as the week went on about how his situation was deteriorating and getting worse, and then he was in ICU, and then he was intubated, and he was in a coma, and then inevitably I was in Sydney, I was checking my emails, and I was in Sydney, and we were staying in this sort of like crap part of town, a bunch of junkies and musicians, and I was checking my email, and I opened the email, and I sort of saw these emails in reverse, and my friend Frankie, his wife, said, well, the amazing thing is that we said that we loved each other every day, and we never had anything left unsaid, and there was this sort of disconnect where I didn't process the fact that he had died. He had a heart attack from this really horrible flu that he had. And I was like maybe 5 days into a tour, and so the Weddings, Parties people, being the amazing people that they are, they said, like, if you have to fly home and stop the tour, of course we understand, like, you know. And I called home, and my partner said, you know, we've got a house full of friends and everything, and we're all crying and hugging each other, and Greg wouldn't want you to come home from the tour, he would want you to go and fulfill the tour. So, you know, one thing led to another, and the entire band, Weddings, Parties, Anything, took me under their wing and became sort of instantly even more a family than they would have been just having opened for them. And they took care of me and everything, and I got home and I decided that I wanted to write a song about Greg. And as I was writing the song, as much as I loved Greg, it turned out that the song came out to be basically a thank you note to my friends at Weddings, Parties, Anything for you know, keeping me alive, because if I'd been on a tour with a bunch of douchey a-holes, it would have been impossible, you know, and like every day was a roller coaster ride of horrible mornings and afternoons leading up to these fantastic evenings, which were great shows and great camaraderie, and then waking up again to remember. So they took great care of me, so I wrote the song sort of for them, and it's called A Little Rain. It goes like this here. This story is old, people dancing to your soul, and then they go and leave us to walk these roads. And when a little rain falls on your house, ain't nothing you can do sometimes but wait it out. On Cleveland Street, your hollow eyes and restless feet. Well, I was one of you for a terrible hour. And when a little rain fell on my house, you sent a little ray of sunshine from way down south. And when a million stars fell from my eyes, you sent a constellation of protective light. Oh, you're weeping now, my little dark storm cloud. But I know someday soon the light's gonna fill your room. So don't go on. singing that same dead song. Just take my arm and let me pull you on. And when a little rain falls on your house, I'll send a little ray of sunshine way down south. And when a million stars fall from your eyes, I'll send a constellation of protective light. Oh, a little rain, oh, a little rain, oh, a little rain, oh, a little rain. Oh,